Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. To anyone who's new, a very warm welcome. This channel is dedicated to the work of a very interesting person named Bruno Groening. If you'd like to know more about him, you can click on the link in the chat box or below this video. That's not a sales pitch. Everything connected with this work is free. So, I shared that Bruno Groening and his teachings had helped freed me from an internet addiction. And the person asked, I said, I feel addicted to the internet as well and wonder how much internet I should allow myself to use. So it's a fantastic question. And it really boils down to not just a question about the internet, but a question about what to do with our time. So, see, from the perspective of what Bruno taught, our time here on this earth is a precious gift. And upon reflecting on it, I've really come to believe that's true. And I would think that anyone who really inquired would come to the same conclusion. Uh, yes, life is challenging sometimes, and the experience of being alive, of being in a body, of nature, of connection, of pets, of joking with people, of travel, of learning, of growth. It's it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. um, Hi, Shelley. And many spiritual traditions speak of being a human being is a very precious, precious spiritual opportunity. And so, but what is that opportunity? Well, one way to think about it is what am I gonna do? What am I doing with my time? Time is limited, right? We're not gonna be in these bodies forever. Our time here on this earth is limited. And so what are we gonna do with this precious gift? And so again, I'm putting aside the question about internet and just asking more broadly. So um, if we think about our life here on this earth as a gift, and we recognize that we want to make the most of this gift, Bruno Groening has given a very simple teaching for how to do that. And that's at the end of the day to reflect, to try to recall the entire day in your mind's eye and notice where you didn't do well. Notice where you did do well and then learn from it. If you didn't do well, firmly resolve to do better next time. Now, this is so important because so much of our lives, well, I'll speak for myself, uh, before this teaching, so much of my life was just running on habit. I was just kind of doing one thing and going to the next, kind of like a robot, kind of just running on automatic. But over time, as I reflect on my day, then at the end of the day, then I can notice, like, oh, I wasn't paying attention there. Or like, oh, that wasn't the right thing to say. Or, oh, well, I spent too much time on the computer and I felt yucky. If we don't spend the time and really reflect on it, then we're just going to stay stuck in that force of habit. But with reflection and noticing, then we can regret it and repent of it, which is actually, we hear the word repent in religious uh, terms all the time, but really it just means to regret and to desire to do differently. And then we can ask God or Bruno's help. And over time, then this creates less of running on automatic, and we become more aware of ourselves in our day-to-day lives. So Now to get a little more specific about internet, well, actually, no, I'm going to keep it broad for a moment. So Bruno Groening called people to reflect on every word, every action, and every thought, whether it was the right thing to do. So the question is not how much time to spend on the internet. The question is what's right in that moment? What's right for that day? Some days, if there might be work or research or legitimate reason, healthy reason, then maybe a certain amount of time is what's needed. But another day, if you're just kind of like, oh, hopping to this website, oh, next thing you know, an hour's gone by. Well, that's not so, not maybe the best use of time. So, what it comes down to is being in alignment, being guided by God, moment by moment. It's easy to say, it's not so easy to do. Takes takes practice. Uh, it takes the willingness to keep trying. Because I personally try to live this way every moment of every day. And let me tell you, I fall short often. And when I say live this way, what I mean is be guided, stay connected to the divine, and be guided to the next right thing. And boy, the internet is tempting. Now, the other thing is to just give the addiction away, give the idea of addiction away to Bruno, and then ask, what's the right thing to do? Not just the right thing to do in the moment. Uh, for some people, and that included myself, things like 12-step programs or uh, uh, finding out what's causing an addiction can be really helpful. And if all of this is confusing, then you can just try and discipline yourself a little bit. Say, okay, only an hour a day and keep a timer. And when that hour goes off, stop. No ifs, ands, or buts. Um, Spirituality is a very individual thing, which is why I'm not directly answering the question. The person asked, how much time is okay to spend on the internet? It really depends on your work and your life and what you're using the internet for. And the effect. If you spend an hour on the internet and you get off the internet and you feel great, then it was like, okay, that was a good use of your time. You spend an hour on the internet and you get off the internet and oh, I feel yucky. Why did I do that? Well, maybe the best use of time. So, hope that was helpful. Thanks for saying hi, Shelly. And thanks to everyone else who joined in live. And let's spend a little time tuning in and reflecting on our day. Gonna wrap up in a minute. Thank you everyone for joining in. Wish everyone a blessed day. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and reflect on these teachings. Peace, peace, peace.